Today, Star Fox will boldly ask the question no government contractor has ever dared ask before. What if we tried our best? Although all roads lead to Venom eventually, the paths you take there are varied. Some pit stops are pivotal in the war against Andross. Others, not so much. What would the path look like if we wanted to make the greatest impact possible in the war against Venom? Let's break down each mission. From the first mission, we're faced with a choice: the Grenga or the attack carrier. The attack carrier appears to be the source of many of the smaller ships attacking Corneria, though defeating it is clearly the correct choice. Now we just have to convince Falco to take us to it.
Too bad, Fox. Maybe next time.
Ugh. Maybe next mission it's your life support that doesn't work, Falco. Sector Y? More like Sector Y not. We're here to back up the Cornerian fleet as it makes its way through the sector. Without us, the fleet is ambushed and presumably takes great losses. But if you get at least 100 hits, you unlock the secret route to Aquas. But more importantly, General Pepper tells you that your help has freed up the fleet to take on problems in other areas, such as Katina. The Cornerian fleet accomplishing something without us? It's a miracle. Andross is using Meteo to hide his troops and potentially ambush Corneria. Coming here means dealing with the latest of Andross's most high-tech, experimental, deadly weapons. A drill. Or we can find the secret wormhole to Katina. There's never a bad time for a field trip. Ficina is kind of a weird one. Allegedly,
I can neither confirm nor deny.
This is where Pepper keeps his military secrets. He tells you it's critical to the war effort, but is it though? Maybe he's hiding an embarrassing photo of himself at the office Christmas party. Either way, just how important Ficina is to the war effort compared to our other targets is kind of up to interpretation, so it's hard to say where it lands on our priority list. Katina is smack dab in the middle of the war zone. It gives Corneria a foothold into the rest of the system. Keeping the base and its soldiers alive seems important. But more important than that is keeping Bill alive.
Is that Bill? Hi, Bill!
Failing to save Katina is bad, but remember that Pepper said his fleet could handle Katina if we help them in Sector Y, so maybe we don't need to come here to save it? But then we wouldn't get to fight alongside Bill. Can we trade Falco for Bill? Pepper wants you to investigate some strange creatures living in the sea. What, are you afraid of them? We have those on Earth, dude. The enemy is developing bioweapons here, but they don't seem like an immediate threat to the system. Put this one down as a solid maybe. Since Slippy is precious and must be protected at all costs, you may think that the optimal path is defeating the robot before it can smack Slippy to Titania. But hear me out. Finding the warp to Sector Z might be the better choice. In doing so, Team Corneria learns valuable intel about Andross's ability to create wormholes and how they can be utilized to turn the tide of the war. Plus, the robot has been destroying stuff indiscriminately, so it may not be the worst thing to leave it to its own devices near Andross's forces. But if that doesn't convince you, after you beat the game and fly back through the levels you beat, you can see that the robot is destroyed, even if you warped out of Sector X. Wait, if it wasn't Star Fox, who's skilled enough to beat this thing? Probably Bill.
It'll take more than a 15-megaton explosion to keep me down.
Much like Aquas, Andross is developing bioweapons here. But do we care? I mean, this place isn't exactly a fun travel destination. They can't hurt anyone if no one comes here. Oh, that seems bad. Solar going supernova would destroy a good chunk of life in the Lylat System. So, turns out Solar might be important. The enemy is pillaging this planet for its resources, and in so doing, they've polluted it. Just like real life.
I can't believe they did this.
As depressing as that might be, this is only an immediate problem for this planet, and our goal is to help as much of the system as possible. Let's call this another maybe. I don't think I need to spell this out, but I will for the sake of being thorough. If you end up at Titania, something has gone very wrong. The only opportunity Titania gives us is the opportunity to reevaluate our life choices.
Your leadership got us here, Fox.
If I had a space dollar for every planet in the Lylat system named after a Shakespeare character, I'd have 2 space dollars, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that there's 2 of them. Macbeth is the heart of Andross's war machine. Destroying the train means destroying their supply line. Bonus points for redirecting the train to crash into the fuel bunker and blowing them up.
That was our best explosion yet.
While learning about the wormhole from Sector X to Z is cool, there's not much to accomplish once we're there. Great Fox gets jumped, and we destroy some missiles. Or rather, our teammates get the last shot on the missiles, and we get mad because we needed that hit plus 10 to get the medal, Falco. The only helpful thing about Sector Z is that it leads to Area 6, but Macbeth does that too, so Sector Z isn't looking great. I lumped these together because they're a package deal. Our end goal is to beat Andross's true form, which means going through Area 6. Both Macbeth and Sector Z can lead there, so Titania is out. But there's nothing much we care about there anyway. Plus, Area 6 has one of Andross's latest experiments, the Gorgon. Punching through Area 6 lets us destroy it. As an added bonus, either path gives us the chance to beat up Starwolf. No respecting Star Fox run is complete without blasting Andrew into oblivion. Now that we know what we're in for with each mission, let's chart our course. We start with Corneria, take down the attack carrier. We move on to Sector Y, where we save the Cornerian fleet. After that, things get tricky. We have to consider not only where we go, but possible paths those levels give us for beating them. I decided that Katina is the better choice here. We can't go to Ficina because Sector Y doesn't let us, and Aquas's bioweapon situation isn't super urgent for the rest of the system. Pepper says your actions in Sector Y freed up the fleet to help out Katina, but I like to think that if we go to Katina, Pepper will send the fleet to Ficina and Aquas instead. Although there's no way of confirming that. Besides, there's no guarantee that the fleet would be able to stop the Sorcerer anyway. Plus, like I said, we need to consider where we can go afterward. Aquas locks us into Zonus, which isn't a priority for the system right now, but Katina lets us go to Solar. This may be the most important mission of them all. You read the holo, viewer. A supernova would spell doom for the entire system. We need to stop it before it happens. From there, we head to Macbeth to disrupt the enemy supply chain. Then next is Area 6, where we punch through Andross's defenses, break his latest toy, and push on through to Venom, where we destroy the big Brainiac himself. And that's the most helpful path we can take in the war effort against Venom. General Pepper would be proud. If only my space dad was here to see this.
You've become strong, folks.
Unlike the worst route, which seems pretty cut and dry, charting the best route has more ambiguity. You may have a different take, and that's okay. But there's one thing we can all agree on. There's nothing quite as satisfying as shooting down Andrew.